Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT time. PGT time. Tune in on PGT time. PGT time. Come join us on PGT time. PGT time. Join us on PGT time. PGT time. Yeah.
But guess what? This is PGT time. On PGT time, we cover the black community. I don't give a damn what they do. If it interests me, I'm showing y'all. I'm showing y'all flat out. Flat out, y'all. Flat out, y'all. What's good, y'all? What's good? It's your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses, baby. Yeah, it's me. It's me. It's still me. I told y'all. If y'all be on my personal page, then y'all know all the ins and outs, all the backstage stuff, all that. I don't post everything on everything, okay? But if you are on my personal page, and I'm gonna I never tell y'all what my personal page is. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Now y'all figure out how to spell it and do all that. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now what my personal page is. And if you go over there and follow me, I'll friend you back on Facebook. But it is Tennille Latrice Davis, baby. That's what it is. So if you go find it, then hey, you'll be able to get some special perks, okay? So I did not go and get my hair done on Saturday. I didn't go. So I said, you know what? Brother Marquis coming on Monday. Brother Marquis is a celebrity, baby. Legendary. I gotta go do something. So y'all know me. I don't mind taking a hair risk. Brother Marquis, I don't mind taking a hair risk over here, okay? But I did take a picture of it. Y'all saw it on my Facebook page, the personal page, and some of y'all saw it on IG just as well. And y'all was liking it. Y'all was feeling it. Y'all said, okay, you and Kier did a good job. I told y'all my son was like, thumbs down, Mom. Thumbs down. He wasn't feeling it. He wasn't feeling it at all. But it's all good, baby. Y'all already know I'm gonna rock whatever I can rock. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So again, we have Brother Marquis in the building of 2 Live Crew. Yes, 2 Live Crew. But he is here. We are going to talk to him tonight. We're gonna have some fun. Okay, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about the journey of 2 Live Crew. There is a couple things I want to ask him that I've been wanting to know just as well. But we're gonna talk about all of that, and of course, we will be playing Rappers Delight, baby. Y'all know I always gotta play Rappers Delight with my artists that come on. We usually play it on Saturdays, but baby, it's a legendary show. It's a legendary show because we got a legendary person here, okay? So y'all tune in, relax. We about to have some fun. Explicit language. I even got the little sign up, y'all. There you go. Explicit language. Explicit language. Mom Peach, if you don't want to hear the explicit language, you might not want to be on here tonight. But it's definitely going to be explicit language, okay? So, again, thank you all so much for joining tonight. We are about to go ahead and get started. So, I'm about to go ahead and bring the man of the hour up, baby, okay? This is Brother Marquis from the group that we all love. and some of them hate. Okay, but we all love them, and that is Two Live Crew, baby. Here we go. How did I do, brother Marquis? How did I
Oh, you
do?
did good, girl. You did good, and your hair looks gorgeous. You look gorgeous,
Thank you.
fabulous as well.
Thank you so much. And
Yes,
you look
ma'am.
great just as well, may I add.
Thank
You
you.
look awesome. Well, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Amen.
Um, we've talked probably a few times on, doing this show and everything.
Right.
And I'm just so, so, so honored to have you here. I'm so honored.
Pleasure to be here. So glad here. Yep.
All right. Yes, but I'm so honored to have you here. Let everybody know a little bit about Brother Marquis. For those that, which it's hard to believe if they don't know about Two Live Crew, but let everybody know just a little bit something, something.
Well, yes, Brother Marquis, go by the acronym BMQ sometimes. My real name is Mark Ross. I was born in Rochester, New York, and raised in several other places around the country as well. I joined Two Live Crew, back in like 84, 84, 83. And yeah, we went to Miami and, unfortunately got into a lot of bad things with the music, and a lot of good things transpired, and there was a lot of good opportunities. And yeah, and I'm here today talking to you. And I am just grateful to be seen and heard and not viewed, and to be alive. And I just thank God for every precious breath that's going in and out of my. Grateful to be alive.
I know that's right. We gotta give you a hand clap for that one. We gotta give you a hand clap for
Yeah,
that one.
you get the hand clap.
Yeah, yeah. Brother Mikey, let me tell you, we got about 10, maybe 15 different sounds. But
Right.
I always seem to just hit the applause
Hand
button
clap.
on it. That's it. I don't know why. You
That's
gotta read them. I don't know exactly what they sound like. I done hit some and made a mistake.
yeah.
But yes, I love the hand clap. I love the hand clap. Now, Brother Marquis, let's start from the beginning, okay?
Mhm.
Because one of the things that I want to discuss, we're not gonna read none of the lyrics to some of the songs, but I just want to know like, one thing about over here, we try to keep it 100 over here, Brother Marquis.
Yes.
So I want to know, like, what was the conversation like for y'all to be like, okay, we finna put out these type of lyrics to these songs, okay? Because we talking about some really, really good songs that, I mean, we all have heard, but at the same time, we all was scared to play them around our family members, our mothers, our fathers. We had to hide to play them.
Well,
So go ahead.
well, being at like 19, 20, 18, 19, and 20, making those kind of records, and, everybody's coming into their self sexually with women and girls, and, experiencing some of the things that we were talking about. It was kind of easy to, make that type of material. Uh, it transpired from Chinaman making the song called Throw the D. And, Throw the D led into, like Move Something and Hey, We Want Some, and, and so on and so on. So we kind of, Throw the D was such a, you know, a, a success kind of underground, and it was, starting to be the signature sound of Two Live Crew. So we just took that and expounded on it and just kept it going.
Okay, so was y'all just sitting around and somebody said, let's use these type of lyrics? Or y'all was just, I mean, like, how did y'all get started? Because wasn't nobody doing that back then.
I know it. I know. Well, for me, I was I always thought I was somewhat of a comedian. So, when I would get the music, and we would say, okay, this is what we're talking about, it was kind of easy to do. Yeah, we would sit around and have a few laughs, sometime have a few drinks, and, you know,
Mhm.
and the material would basically, come about on its own.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now, how old were you guys around this time?
Well, I know when I was I think I started with Two Live Crew around like 19, 19.
19.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, I mean, you had the typical parents,
Uh,
hard working parents out there working all the time.
no, I
Like, how does
came from a single parent home. I'm the only
this
child. Of
parent?
course, my mother died. I am the only child, and
Oh, I'm
yep,
sorry, the only child.
yep, I'm the only child. Yep.
Wow. Now,
Mm,
did your mom die before Two Life Crew came involved?
nah, nah, she died a little bit. She died like right when it was like taking off, like
Oh, okay.
taking off, like yeah, 91 she died. So
91.
that was
Okay.
after band in the USA right before the sports weekend. Pop the coochie record came out. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, how did she feel about the music? Or did you let her hear it? Did you let her hear it, Brother Marquis?
Yeah, well, my mother worked for the record label. My mother worked for the record label in the warehouse in the distribution department. So
Okay.
my mother said, I don't know where you got all those cuss words from. I don't cuss like that. I don't know where you got all those cuss words from. And at that time I was grown, so
Exactly.
choice. That was the choice that I made, and to do that explicit material, and she was cool with it. I was a grown man.
Okay. And you literally like no matter where you went, you guys went and performed at, you didn't feel no type of way. Like it was
Yes, I
just
did.
it was the norm.
Yes, um, I felt kind of convicted a lot, because it it was more. It could have been more to being an artist than just cuss words. It's easy to throw a cuss word in something. You know what I'm saying? It's versus being a really good artist where you had to replace that word, and I could have said something a bit more uplifting and edifiable, and not so degrading and disrespectful and demoralizing towards women.
Mm.
So, so sometimes it would get, and then, older people, of course, that really couldn't understand it. And then, a lot of people in church, a lot of church women would say things to me, women of God. And I have people of God in my family, and, they would always try to, tell me some things and share some things with me that actually are some stuff that I do remember and I take with me right now as well. So yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow.
But then again, though, being young and foolishness and full of that testosterone and energy, it was fun at sometimes, and
Mhm.
then sometimes it wasn't.
Okay. So what would you say as far as the new rappers now that's doing the same exact thing, same type of lyrics and everything? Not as bad, of course. I still ain't heard nobody is use as much explicit language like Two Live Crew was, you know what I'm saying, back then. So for the rappers that's out now, no, serious, brother Marquise. I mean, I was jamming. I was jamming, but when I pulled up by the house, I had to make sure I turned it down so my
That-
mom and them didn't hear the music,
that's right.
you
That's
know. But when we was out at the clubs, at the bars, at the not the clubs, of course, but we would have
right.
halls
Right.
and they would rent halls for us. And every time, no matter what we went to,
They was
y'all music came on.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I grew up. I'm in Atlanta right now, but I
Uh,
grew up in Michigan.
oh,
I grew
okay.
up. Yep,
Detroit
I grew up in Michigan. Yep, in Saginaw,
and Saginaw.
Saginaw, Michigan,
Yeah,
which is right by Flint.
I love Michigan. I love Michigan. It's one of my
Yep.
favorite states. Detroit, one of my favorite cities.
Wow. Yep, that's where I grew up at. So we heard y'all music all the time, and it was booty shaking music.
That's
To be
right.
honest, it was booty shaking music. You gonna get a workout each and every time. You ain't know you was getting a workout, but you was getting a workout. You was getting a
And an
workout
earful. And an earful at the same time.
and an earful at the same time. Exactly. But what do you feel about the artist now that feels that this is the only way is to use profanity, is to use explicit language like this? This is the only way that they're gonna make money because to be truthful, who don't want to hear a little bit of cussing here and there? A little bit of bad language.
Well, it is what it is, and I am glad to say that that I had went to the Supreme Court and won a ruling on censorship for the First Amendment rights for artists that came after me to really express themselves artistically and do not have to worry about being harassed by the establishment for the kind of material that they're putting out. So
Exactly. Here come a hand clap. I mean, here it comes, it's coming. But
yeah,
yes, you are right. And I applaud y'all for that. Because at the end of the day, even like if I'm with my mom or, some of the music that I play on the show, my mom may be like, oh, that show was a lot of cussing, or why does she got to do this? Because mostly they be the females that she really say something about. And
right.
I tell her, this is what they do. This is it's freedom of speech. They
Yep.
can say how they feel, whether we agree with it or not.
Yep.
You know, they can say how they feel. Do we encourage to try something differently?
Yeah.
Yes, we do encourage. Of course, that's the end goal. But Two Live Crew, y'all went through. It wasn't just no encouraging to y'all. Y'all done got arrested. And a lot of stuff happened. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of bad things.
And it was a lot of cuss words. One pastor told me, he said, I counted the cuss words on the Nastiest They Want to Be double album, and it was over 375 usages of profanity. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
And
And that's on the whole album?
yep, that's on the Nastiest We Want to Be album. But as far as today's music, I mean, what we were talking about on the records now, some of the females come on stage and basically show it to you.
Yeah.
Have ex strippers that have blew up and became American icons,
Yeah.
and then we have like college
Instagram
students
models.
that rap, female college students that rap with hardly no clothes on.
Yeah.
And some of the material that they talk about is similar to what we were talking about. They're just doing it as female. And then we have some of the guys coming in with the criminality part of it, drill music. A lot of it's kind of like gang related, and they talk about crime, committing crime, and basically death, self destruction. So it's good and bad. It's good and bad, good and evil. And some might say it's a necessary evil because over here in America, we have the right to say and do basically what we please.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's right, you guys. We all have the right to say and do as we please. But a lot of our concern is the children. Is
That's
the
right.
children viewing it, them seeing it.
Yeah.
They all have cell phones, seem like now. So
Mm-hmm.
they could go on these cell phones, watch whatever they want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But some parents seem to blame the artists, which I it's a 50-50 with me.
That's right.
Because I feel like you should always watch your child and
Mm-hmm.
be in tune in what your child is doing.
Yeah, you're
Brother
right.
Marquis, there's a lot of probably killings that's going on with these young people that probably could be avoided if the parents would step up and do what they're supposed to do as parents. That's
Yeah.
how I feel. You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You're still gonna have something that slip through the cracks.
It
You
all
know.
starts at home, and it
hmm
all starts with the proper raising of the kids.
hmm
Yeah.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Now, do you have any children, Brother Marquis?
Yes, I have a daughter. I have a daughter.
God damn.
Graduated from college. She has her own business.
Damn. I had to use explicit language. Out
Yeah.
of all the stuff you went through, was you scared when you found out you was having a girl?
Yes, I was. Yes, I. Fortunately, she came out. She came out to be, and she's grown into be one hell of a woman.
Awesome. They go the hand clap. Hey! Shout out to Brother Marquis' daughter, the awesome girl.
Yeah. The girl name is Raven Ross. You can follow her on Instagram, Pilates by Raven.
All
Uh,
right.
She had a reality show on Netflix called Love Is Blind. I think she was on the second season, possibly. I think she,
Okay, yeah,
yeah. So yeah, she's doing the thing. She's definitely doing the thing.
that's
She's out,
awesome.
travels around the world, and yeah, she's. I'm really proud. I'm really proud of her.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. Um, Now I'm finna say something. I don't know how you gonna feel about what I'm finna say, brother Marquis. But one thing about me, I gotta keep it 100 at all times.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, man.
Now, I did some research. I did some research, and you went on somebody's show who I just don't like. I just don't like it. And I'm finna tell you who. Vlad TV.
Right.
And I'm finna tell you why. And you tell me if I'm wrong in any type of way. But I find that it's so many people, black men, okay, we're gonna leave the white folks out of this one, but black men that always go on that show, and it seems like they tell too much of their business, brother Marquis. Like I said, I keep it 100. They tell too much of their business. And when I say they business, I'm talking about incriminating stuff, business.
Yeah.
And it's like how this man can sit here and get all this information out of y'all, and it just don't make sense to me. Like they be saying some incriminating things on there to this man, and he just asks it so freely. Now, keep in mind, some of them be high, some of them be drunk, all of that, but still, they still tell it, you know. And I just don't understand how this man make folks feel so comfortable like that. Can you fill us in? Because maybe I'm not liking Vlad for a reason I should not be liking Vlad. But
Well,
that is my whole reason that he get these black celebrity men on there and he just had them spilling their guts of incriminating things. Okay,
well,
go ahead.
well. That was one. I think that was my second. Well, that was my biggest platform that I've ever had a chance to get interviewed on.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, he's sitting at 5 point something million.
right. Uh, I was prepared for the questions that he was going to ask me, but I wasn't prepared somewhat for some of the backlash that I was going to get.
Oh,
From
okay.
from some of that. But I wanted to tell my truth, and at that time, that was a platform that was the biggest one, and I just wanted to get some parts of my story out. So that's why I did it. And he asked the, the incriminating questions as well as some of the good questions that I guess some other people with podcasts don't ask some of these guys. But then again, too, you have to
Mhm.
look. A lot of the guys that come on Vlad TV are like ex gangsters, felons,
True.
pimps, and been into the underworld, so to speak. So
Yeah,
that,
so they don't
that's
care.
what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get because they're ex felons now, and a lot of them that go on that particular podcast, all of that stuff is behind them. So I guess they feel
To
free
talk
enough
about it.
to share their experiences.
And ain't nothing wrong with sharing your experiences because you can possibly help somebody. I say hurt somebody,
Yep.
help somebody by sharing your
and
experiences.
Vlad wasn't he wasn't all bad to me. He wasn't all bad to me,
No, your interview was perfect.
and a lot of people after I did that interview said, yeah, we don't mess with Vlad. Vlad is the feds, and the feds watch Vlad, and he might tell on you. But then Vlad is interviewing people that are somewhat snitches. You know what I'm saying? For I follow him and I watch. So I thought that I answered the questions to the best of my ability, and that was
You
one
sure did.
and that was an interview where I didn't want to hide anything.
I
Yep.
think you did an awesome job.
Right.
Um, like I said, I watched the interview. I love the part when I don't say I hate to say I love the part, but when you talked about Luke shooting at you, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? I remember that part. And to me, you was able to break everything down
Right.
in your in your tone, in your voice. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this is all the way you felt about the situation.
Right.
You know, a lot of stuff. Like I said, I didn't even know. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know why the group was no longer together.
Mm-hmm.
With Two Live Crew. Can you let everybody know that here? Because I know some people probably was wondering, like, what happened? Was it because a new era had came out and y'all just had to let go?
No, we could have kept going because after what Sports Weekend, Pop That Coochie, I think that was our last album, and then we came back with Friday a couple of years after that, which was which we were a part of a platinum album, and that was a single. That was a single that did very well. So we probably could have kept going. It was just that at that time, I think Luke probably thought that we were becoming a burden to him, because if you go back and look at a lot of Two Live Crew stuff, and like I had watched Luke did he did a little thing on he had an interview on little thing they did on him on A&E channel, and he said that we became jealous of him by not being mindful of the fact that I stuck in there and hung in there with him after he locked me in the pack jam and shot at me with AR-15 full of blanks.
Mm.
So if you say that I was jealous of you, you shot at me, bro, at a young age. I still was an impressionable young man. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for
Exactly.
brotherhood. You looking at us like a lick. And if you were to go back and look at some of the interviews that we had, like on Donahue, and especially Arsenio Hall, both times that we were on there, that Big Brother Luke did not even let us participate in those kind of interviews and that kind of publicity. Uh, 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 we only got a chance to participate in that and those type of things performance wise. And I put Arsenio Hall name in the record, so I feel as though I could hold a conversation with him on national TV. But
Exactly.
he, yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of little petty, childish things that were taking place that I was not comfortable with. So they labeled me as the troublemaker. But I still hung in there with you, bro, after you shot at. And then I made Gucci Mama with you after you pulled the gun on me. So, and then when you kept that kind of publicity away from us, I still was rocking with you. So I don't think that I was jealous of you, and it was more of a dislike than jealousy. But if you mix it all up into one, you can call it whatever you want to. But
Mm-hmm.
but Luke, I don't remember me asking Luke for anything. Like on These Many Hands, I ain't really asked you for nothing. I didn't even really want nothing from you. But in exchange for all of that, you still shitted on me and drug us and treated us really bad. Like we were just there in Florida to be used to help you with your shit. And we started off as brothers and we started off as business partners and all of that. But when all of the money, I guess, came about, and the controversy and all the attention and exposure came about, you just tried to distance yourself from us. And I didn't think that that was cool, because
Mm-hmm.
all that we've been through, how are you just going to try to take everything from Two Live Crew? And remember now, before the Vlad interview, Luke would always get these interviews and say that he did everything. That's my music. I did everything. That's my record company. And I used to just listen to him for years. But what really brought me to the forefront of all of this, and I'm in mind things I might want to elaborate on, is the way that he did Chinaman after he died. BET was a little BET event in Miami, and they had a segment honoring Chinaman, honoring him. And Luke just took all of that for himself, did not really honor Chinaman in the way that he was supposed to be honored by a fellow bandmate, even if you didn't like us or not, even if you had an idea to use us and enslave us, like you always said, yeah, I'm slaving these niggas. These niggas is green. They come from California, New York, and everything. They green, and I'ma fuck them and I'ma nail them to the cross and fuck them. I'ma make their lives miserable. That was always his whole get down. I didn't know if he was on some kind of like bad spirituality, because a couple of times it was some weird shit that he would do. Like, I'm gonna take y'all pictures in there to the root lady and have them throw some kind of voodoo on you. Then I would share rooms with him, and I would wake up with like 8 or 10 gold chains around me, and that was some weird shit. So I stopped fucking with him like that.
No, you did.
You know what I'm saying?
I know you did.
Yeah.
The hell?
And I'm getting all of this, and they're like, yeah, we don't. They'll put, I guess Luke is Bahamian or Jamaican, so they talk that old voodoo shit. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the root lady on you. I'm gonna put the roots on you, some bad spirits on you. And he was always talking that kind of Buffett shit, like I'm gonna nail a nigga to the cross. Cross a nigga, I ain't gonna give a nigga no money. He never had nothing good to say, like thank you, I apologize, excuse me. It was never none of that kind of shit. So I
So
up that
when
vibe on Luke. I picked up that vibe on Luke first quarter, because when Luke came and picked me up from the airport, I'm coming in from Rochester, New York. He pulled up to his mother's house and went in there and beat up his girlfriend. And I'm like, bro, I don't know. Got back in the car. I'm like, bro, I don't know you, man. You in there as black men, we don't supposed to beat up, or we don't supposed to put our hands on black women. And it's just Miami. You got to do these bitches down here. That kind of shit. So, then it was other things that was transpiring, while we were on the journey, to where I would see some of Luke guys rape women. And they thought that shit was kind of funny. They'd slap a girl around and do the pick up in her hand and take her from door to door, and let guys have their way with them. And then they made a song about it called Big Man's Pussy. And I'm like, these niggas is really, really crazy. And it's one more thing that I want to add to for Brother Luke, because he might not look at this interview, because he might not feel that he has enough views for him to expound on what I'm saying. But if I were to jump on Vlad, with 5 million viewers and shit like that, he gonna have something to say. But he made mention to in the A&E interview, which Nas narrated the interview. I'm a big fan of Nas, so I really commend it for doing it. But Luke was like, yeah, I didn't have no money to bury my mother. So my mother was dying. He sent me to New York to go do a song with one of Russell Simmons' groups called No Face. And I'm hanging out with Russell Simmons, and I like Russell Simmons. That was one of the highlights of my career. And they told me, yeah, make sure you get your collaboration fee from Luke and all of that. And Luke didn't even pay me for that collaboration, for that feature. But yet again, if he would have paid me for that feature, or if he would have paid us the amount, our proper amount that we were supposed to be getting from all the shows, I could have been mother real comfortably. But he never did do that. So like, he was just whooping us all the way across the board, and then talking about it. Yeah, the nigga couldn't bury his mama. That's because you couldn't pay me. If you would have paid me for that feature that I did, I could have buried my mama properly, and you wouldn't even had to come to the funeral or had anything to do with the burial of my mother. So I just wanted to expound on that. And you have a very beautiful mother. I met her. She was a very nice lady. She also slipped out and said Luke is rotten and he's very selfish. And she also said, yeah, Luke, you ought to take care of that boy right in front of him. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't never did nothing for you. You did nothing. You need to stop, treating people like that. In so many words, so to speak. So he was just a fucked up, dirty nigga from the get down. You know what I'm saying? But we stuck in there. I stuck in
Are
there.
you still, Brother Marquis? Are you still angry with him? Keep it 100. Keep it 100.
He shot at me and pulled the gun on me, and I still fuck with him. And then he'll still get on. Some of these interviews and tell a lie. So after the Vlad interview, and I'm gonna shut up. So he went live. And trying to check
You
in
ain't
with
got
him.
to shut up. You not to shut up. This is your time.
He blocked me out. Told some lies that he didn't hit women. That he fight niggas. And yeah, he probably did. But I remember one time a female whooped his ass in his own nightclub. And so he was just telling a lot of lies, trying to make me feel, trying to fuck me up because I went on Vlad, said that he don't know anything about Vlad, but he was on Vlad in 2015. So I'm just like, right here, bro. All you got to do is just say, you didn't give a fuck about us because we weren't from Miami. You favored Miami people more than you favored us. We were the bread-winning act on the label, which was supposed to be all of our label together. and you just, you just took everything from us, bro, and dogged us and dehumanized us as black men and fucked us around. But you gonna get on these interviews and lie about it. All you got to do is say, I got them niggas in Florida. We started a record label. I told them we was brothers and I loved them. And when the money and the fame came, I fucked them. And that just would have been it.
That would have been it. That would have been it.
Anyway.
So, wow, that was a lot. I didn't know you were gonna come out with all that. But so did y'all start Two Live Crew together?
Pardon me?
Did y'all start Two Live Crew together, or did Luke start it first?
No, Two Live Crew was formed before I jumped in the group and before Luke got in the group.
Oh, before both of y'all got in the group.
Yeah. So, I was always more loyal and more favorable to Mr. Mix because he kept his word and put me in the group. He was like, when anything pop up with this music shit, I'm going to holler at you. I'm going to put you in the group. I was in Rochester, New York in the dead of winter. He gave me a ticket to go to Miami. And unfortunately, all the bullshit started happening. But we made history throughout that journey. So
the people of the group, you sure did make history. Everybody go through something.
That's right.
Everybody go through something.
Everybody go through something, but
people need to talk about it more for the healing for themselves and to show other people.
American people the truth, bro. I mean, don't get on here and try to hide like you got a squeaky clean image like Jesus and the Obamas, which you don't. Just tell American people the truth. These people are watching. These people are watching these podcasts. They want to hear the truth, and people respect the truth. People respect the truth. Somebody just pulled up on me last night and say they saw the Vlad interview for the first time. So I got on Vlad and I told the truth. Luke gonna get on there and just say all kind of crazy shit about me and lie about the situation. Like, he really gave niggas millions of dollars. It wasn't like that. It was not like that. Yep.
Well, I'm sorry you had to go through all of that. I really am.
All right. Not over. You got to go through something.
Exactly. There you go. You ain't never lied about that. Well, I want to get into a small commercial break. When we come back, I told you that we do talk about crime on my show. Right. So I do want to show you a small little clip so we can touch on that just as well, okay?
All right.
So,
how long is the break going to be?
Oh, just probably about 2 minutes. If that.
Right. I'm going to go use the bathroom and I'm going to come back.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
All right. Okay, yeah. We're gonna get into another commercial. I apologize, y'all, for the explicit language. But like he said, this is healing for him. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud him for coming on here, telling his truths, because a lot of us want to know what happened with Two Live Crew. So let's get into this little quick commercial. Hey y'all, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Y'all enjoying the show? Is y'all enjoying the show, baby? We are getting it in each and every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We are on Roku TV. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure you follow me on my Facebook pages. And also follow me on Twitch and IG just as well, baby. Each and every Monday. Where I'm solo dolo, baby. Unless I got a special guest. But I love y'all so much. It's so important that you share these videos. So please continue to share. I love you all. Bye.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Free spirit, free mind, free from paper, free from the pressure to be equal. And you hope to find that love that's deep inside. Sweet sounds of the ocean flow makes it easy to let it all confused with smile for signs of a weakness. I inherited because of my meekness, and understanding comes to those who speak less. I took some time to be alone who I belong to. I find it hard to trust a man who don't know the truth. Learned the lessons from all the seasons I've been through, and I'm grateful to you. I'm faithful. I listen to sweet sounds of the ocean flow. Hey, 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 hey. Makes it easy to let it all go. Hey, 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 hey. And if his faith is what I need to help me reach my destiny, I listen to sweet sounds of the ocean's flow. Hey, hey, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I must say this. My started PGT time. I'm trying to fix my hair. Yeah, there it go over there. When I started PGT time, I was at the radio station. I was at the radio station. I love music, all types of music. So that's why I play music on my show. That's why I have artists on my show, celebrity artists and independent artists. And I had put on my page that thank you, Lisa, that it will be explicit language tonight. It's Two Live Crew. What the hell y'all thought? I love you, Carmen. I love you, baby. I love you, love you, love you. But sometimes we gonna have those type of shows. And it's sometimes needed on my platform just as well. We talk about a lot of crime. And you best believe during that crime, they say some cuss words, baby. They be cussing them stuff. That's why some of them be dead because they get to cussing at them. Because they talk to them like they got some sense, you know? So, again, I'm so honored. I am so honored. I wouldn't care if Brother Marquis came up here and sung his songs. So like Crow, baby. I am honored. I'm thankful that he is here. Like he said, it's healing for him just as well, just for him to talk about this. Just imagine. Just imagine all these years, Brother Marquis. And I'm not saying that he's been thinking about it all the time. I'm not saying that. But there are some things that he has held on to. Yes. And he wanted to come on and talk about it. And I'm all for it. Okay. So he's still back there in the bed, getting his stuff together, y'all. But I hope y'all are enjoying the show. This is big, y'all. This is big. Okay. This is really big to have Brother Marquis on the show tonight. I am just overjoyed. So overjoyed. But he's back down there. We're gonna bring him back up, baby. Cause I love him already, baby. I love him already. Look, I love him already. You know, look, he said he got brush teeth.
Be on there reference.
It's all good. It's all good. Now, when was the last time that you literally had a full conversation with Luke?
I've never had a conversation with him. Last time we was together, we was uh, teaming up with a lawyer for some legal stuff that we're into and always was into, and he still was trying to come off, with that old 1980s Woolly Bully game. So he hasn't changed the way that he feels about me nor Two Live Crew. I guess he feels though I took advantage of y'all before, so every time I talk to you, I'm gonna say something slick to you. Like last time we did a concert when we did Club Live and the Funk Fest. He only comes out and messes with Two Live Crew when it's financially feasible for him or when he gets in some IRS trouble. But yeah, he'll pop up on me and be like, "Yeah, me so homeless." So I was like,
Wow. So
next time.
when did y'all do the fest? The music fest?
When I'm not good with dates, but yeah, we did do the Funk Fest, and it was cool. It was cool. It was never no conversation with Luke. Luke ain't never had no conversation with me. Never told me nothing good, uplifting, or edifying. Or he's older than me. He never gave me any kind of words of encouragement or nothing. It was always on some shit like, yeah, I got your money, nigga. Fuck you. Get on down the road. What you still doing in Miami? You ain't from here. And then he'll pop up. I made a song called "I Am Florida." He'll pop up. He'll pop up on my page talking about you ain't from Miami and all kind of old shit, all kind,
negative stuff.
yeah, all kind of old childish niggerish shit. So that's him.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, and everybody, it wasn't like nobody knew who you was, Brother Marquis,
I
in the
know.
group.
I know.
Like when I told people, guess who I got coming on the show? Two Live Crew. The first thing they said was, Brother Marquis coming on. Like so many people knew exactly who you was. So
Yeah.
it's not like you was riding his coattail or anything like that.
No, it wasn't because
had your own name. People knew you.
Right, because I was the first rapper on all of the records.
Yep.
First rapper on all of the records, and I thank Mr. Mix for that. So I'm on all of the records. So
now, the members was Fresh Kid Ice,
right,
who is deceased at this time.
Right.
DJ Mix,
Mr. Mix, yeah.
You, Brother Marquis,
and unfortunately, yeah.
Say that again.
And unfortunate Luther Campbell, Luke Skywalker, Uncle Luke.
Look, before I even said it, unfortunately, look. Now, you feel like he owes you guys some funds.
It's so much.
Is that what it is?
The money. It's so much wasn't about the money. It's just the way that he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the way that he did it. Everybody you come around, the Miami guys. Yeah, I'm taking these niggas money. These niggas ain't shit. I'm taking these niggas money. They green. Fuck these puss ass niggas. These fuck niggas. It was just the way that he fucking did it. I wasn't begging him for nothing. No way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Way that he did it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make no bones about it. It's like he took pride on dehumanizing us and fucking us around financially. That's just kind of dude he is.
Well, I gotta ask this question then. I gotta ask.
Right.
Why go along with it? Was it because of the fame? Or because of the little bit of money? Or because I don't know if y'all was getting a little bit of money or a lot of money back then. What was the main reason why you went along with it when you knew he was dirty?
Right. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And and that's a question that I ask myself too. But now after my mother passed, I got away from it. So, I had the responsibility. My mother took really good care of me. So that was the way that I could support her with what we were getting. And that's what I did. That's
now, are you getting any royalties now? Can you tell us that?
Yeah, I get some royalties right now. Yeah, I get royalties.
Okay.
I get royalties. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, when did the royalties start? As soon as y'all was done? Or it was later on years down the line?
Well, the royalties started. Well, the royalties started coming as far as the blue checks, probably in about like 90, 89, 90, as far as the blue checks were concerned. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I ever got like 27,000. Yeah. Like 27.
royalty check?
Yeah, like 27,000. I think it was another one for like 16 and all kind of shit. It was $1 million tour, Banned in USA tour, which he tricked us, and fucked us around on that. Gave me $12,000 off of $1 million tour.
We need to see your face. Can you push your push
so,
your back some?
Yeah, so it was some royalties. And let him tell it since he gave us peanuts. What he always said, I'm giving them niggas peanuts. Let him tell it. He did a hell of a lot for us. But he really didn't.
Now, do you feel like this is something that you didn't realize until later on in life? Once Two Live Crew was...
No, we realized it because you have to think, we tried to sue Luke. We tried to sue Luke for everything, me and Mr. Mix and Chinaman, but Luke being the snake, and I guess Chinaman wanted to have more notoriety. Chinaman fucked up the case.
Chinaman was Fresh Kid Ice?
Yeah, Fresh Kid Ice fucked up the case for us. So he didn't stick with me and Mr. Mix. He went over there with Luke, so it kind of fucked up the case. Then Luke went to bankruptcy. Luke got thrown into bankruptcy, and Chinaman went to court that day, in which the bankruptcy court had granted us the name back. but Chinaman went and made a dirty, shitty move with Joe Weinberger and sold Joe Weinberger the name. So, I don't want to too much expound on what Chinaman did because, he died and I still had a lot of love for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, Luke fucked us and then Chinaman came about and fucked us too for his own personal reasons and I guess his own financial gain or whatever. But yeah, it was just a bunch of bullshit.
Wow.
So we could have owned the name. The bankruptcy court granted us the name back. Luke gave us the name back, but Chinaman sold it to a Jewish dude, Jewish homosexual people. Yeah. And and that's that. That's basically that.
Baby, only on PGT time, baby. Only on PGT time. Only on PGT time. I love it. I love it. I can't believe you just said that. Well, okay. Now, move right along. We finna go ahead. I want to show you this clip, okay? Like I said, I do discuss crime on the show.
Right.
After we discuss this clip, y'all, we're gonna get into our game, Rapper's Delight, okay? And
Yes,
then
ma'am.
after Rapper's Delight, we're gonna ask you a few more questions, and then we'll be ending the show, baby. I'm enjoying you, Brother
I'm
Marquis.
enjoying you too.
I really, really am. Okay, let's get into this next clip. We gotta pay our fair usage, y'all. We gotta make sure this video stay. Here we go.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Also breaking, 3 students from Langham Creek High School arrested, and the moment is caught on camera.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office now launching an investigation based on what that video shows. ABC 13's Maya Shea is outside the school with what we know tonight, Maya.
Yeah, it's important to know we're here at the Sheriff's Department because the investigation here is ongoing. But this incident happened last week when a young man by the name of Christopher Willis had run out of gas. So he did what any high school senior might do, call his friends. They showed up at where his car was stuck, which is at 529 in the Copperfield neighborhood. And at that point, sheriff's detectives showed up and tried to pull the kids over. What happened after that is caught on cell phone video. And as you're about to see, the young man in question, I actually talked to him today. He said he was in fear of his life. The cell phone video shared by a concerned dad on Facebook shows a Langham Creek High School senior being pulled out of his car and then thrown to the ground. Seth Palumbo was on his way to get gas for a friend whose car was stalled out on 529. But the video shows Harris County Sheriff's deputies aggressively pulling Palumbo out of his own car while his 2 friends recorded the incident. This afternoon, the Harris County Sheriff's Department released a statement in part after reviewing the videos. We are investigating the incident to determine if any policies and procedures were violated. One deputy has been temporarily reassigned pending the outcome of the investigation. We take these matters seriously and will ensure a thorough investigation is completed in a timely manner. And actually, 2 out of those 3 kids were charged with crimes. Christopher Willis, the kid who ran out of gas, it's on here. He's charged with misdemeanor for impeding a roadway, basically for being stuck in the middle of 529. The other young man, the young man you saw on the video, Seth Palumbo, he has a more serious charge. He has a felony charge for assaulting a peace officer. I spoke to him at length today. He is a young man who says he's trying to make it to college and he's worried that all of this will really distract him from that. His parents are exceedingly upset, but because they're facing serious criminal charges, their family attorney has advised them not to speak on camera for now, but they have, certainly, as you can imagine, a lot of strong opinions. We're live downtown. Maya Shea, ABC 13.
All right, brother Marquis. Let me start off. Then I'll let you say what you got to say. This is how I feel about this bullshit. I feel that it's two different. It's two different ways. Okay, as far as the police officer, we all know that police do a lot of police brutality to black men.
Right.
That's given. It's something that we are trying to get stopped. But it seems like we're failing at it, to be honest, because they're study doing the same crap to us. Study doing it. Now, as far as on the other side, Brother Marquis, I'm sure them officers told him to get out the car.
Right.
They didn't just pull him out. They probably told him, get out the car first. And I feel like parents need to talk to these kids. We're watching the news as adults, but what if these kids isn't watching the news to see that these officers will blow your head off right then and there?
Right.
So I'm saying, do what they tell you to do. Let mama and daddy figure it out afterwards. If they send you to jail, you go to jail. Mama and daddy will come get you. Somebody will come get you. You'll get out. But don't sit there and fuss and cuss and fight with the police officers because you don't want to be handcuffed and go to jail when you know you ain't did nothing wrong. If you know you ain't did nothing wrong, stand on it. True enough, stand on it. But at the same time, you have to do what these folks tell you to do, unfortunately, because it could cost you your life.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, brother. That's all I want to say on it.
Well, sometimes parents do not have that black man police talk with their kids.
Yes.
It's a certain way that black people, especially black men, have to interact with the police. Now, think too, some of these police officers are coming home from, the military, such as Afghanistan, Iraq,
Yeah.
and a lot of police are scared. A lot of police are scared of black men, especially the black youth nowadays. So they're already, pulling you over, thinking the worst because they're trained that way. So if we don't comply to what they're suggesting that we should do on a minor traffic stop, then the whole shit gets blown out of proportion and it turns into something dangerous.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%.
Mhm.
What do you suggest that these young people do when they get pulled over by a police officer?
First, if you don't have the problem, just be cool. You got to. I got pulled over the other day, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing, officer? What's going on? You got your license? Yeah, I got my license. Bam. All right, check my license. I can go." It's a way that you have to interact with the police. Now,
Mm-hmm.
back in the days when I was a teenager in Riverside, California, the police picked me up and called me all kind of monkeys and everything. Took me downtown and the whole nine. Yeah. So it all depends on the individual. It depends on the police, the character of the police, and it depends on the character of the suspect as well.
Exactly. Now, just like they say dogs smell fear,
Right.
I feel like officers smell fear just as well.
Yes.
So sometimes, and I'm not even gonna say sometimes, a lot of the times, a lot of us is just scared.
Yeah.
We're fearful.
Other police,
Like
especially
you
black,
can,
because we
yeah,
have a history of being brutalized by the law enforcement, and you got to think the police came about right after slavery to go and keep an eye on the slaves, keep an eye on the ex-slaves or whatever, just keep an eye on black people. They were slave patrollers, the police.
mhm,
So all
exactly,
and that brotherhood, they still try to carry that shit on, but fortunately now we got camera phones and people are filming minor traffic stops and any kind of thing that the police are doing out here with black people and anybody as far as that goes. So they're
exactly,
not getting away. So they're not getting away with a lot of shit that they used to get away with before technology.
exactly. Exactly. Now, as far back to the fear, um, when you have people that basically have nothing to be fearful of, like myself, I'm not finna ride around with drugs in my car. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't do drugs. You know,
Right.
I'm not finna ride around with illegal weapons in my car because my
Right.
weapons are registered. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? But brother Marquis, I'm still scared when the police lights come behind me. Sometimes my kids could be in the back seat playing with a light, and I jump and get scared. Like, oh my gosh, it's the police. I've never been to jail before,
Right.
ever.
Right.
Been brutalized by the police. But it's just some people out here that is fearful of the police. And a lot of young people are just as well. So the reason why I'm saying this is if you're gonna sit there, now if I'm telling you that we all scared of the police and they smell the fear, why ride around with drugs in your car? Why ride around with a suspended license? Why ride around with weapons in your car and you know you're not even supposed to have be around weapons? You know, why ride around with weed in your car when you know it's not legal in your state?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey man, that's how it is out here on the streets.
It
You know
is.
how
It
it is.
is. It's always been like that.
And you know, and you can ride around with weed and drugs and illegal guns and everything and be cool, and the police don't even mess with you. But you know,
You're right. You're right.
sometimes police will pull you over when you got everything on you.
Exactly. Now, you do know that in Detroit it's legal.
Yeah, right,
It's legal, and not only is it legal, it's legal for recreational too.
right. Yeah, Detroit
You
has.
know,
Yeah, they have the dispensaries in Detroit.
exactly. They have dispensaries in a lot of places.
Yes, they
You
do.
know, but even in Detroit or some of these other places where it's legal at, you still got people locked up in jail for it. Like, what sense does that make?
I think from what I gather off of the news, I think it's still a state law and it's still some type of federal law. Like the state might be a little bit more lenient. Okay, it's cool. You can use marijuana and you can have up to an ounce on you. You can go in a dispensary and get it. But something to do with all of that bullshit, the federal part of the law doesn't feel like that. So I don't know, some political shit.
Exactly. But I'm gonna show you something, brother Marquise. I don't know if you watched my show on. I don't think you did, but I played this on my show on Friday. Friday was 420. Was it
Mhm.
Friday? I think it was Friday. I played this. Was 420 Friday? No, it was 421. Was on Friday.
Yeah.
So let me make sure. Yep, 421 was on Friday, and I have a show every Friday. Me and my husband. So I played this clip. Hilarious to me. Hilarious. My mama said, because my mama watches the show too. She on here. She said, "Hey." We call her Mama Peach. We call her Mama Peach on the show.
Peach.
Now, when I showed Mama Peach and everybody this clip, Mama Peach was like, "This is a hot mess." But I'm gonna let you watch this, okay? I want you to watch it. This is 420 in Detroit on the news.
I'm here on the west side of Detroit celebrating 420 Day. It is, hey, Jay.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. Smoking on the news. Smoke it, man.
Hit it, Charlie.
Hit it, man.
Hit it, Charlie.
That holiday, 420, April 20th, celebrating everything hot. How are you celebrating it today?
Like this, you know what I'm saying? Smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? Get high. Yeah. Everybody on the bus.
Like many on the Weed Bar bus from Eastern Market to here. Its first stop at the Detroit Herbal Center on Detroit's west side.
Free weed. Who wants the weed?
And many happy that this year, smoking pot for recreation is legal and business is good.
Business been good.
Yeah, you making
You know what
money?
I'm saying? I can't complain.
Is it cheaper now?
Heck yeah, way cheaper. I'm saying like the game saturated now. So like everybody can afford it.
And further on the west side, on the corner of Warren and Greenfield, the Herbalist Cannabis Company is celebrating.
420, the holiday that only matters to a lot of people in Detroit.
420 all the time. It's not just today, it's mostly every day.
And with all this pot, most places are giving away free burgers or Cinnabons or sandwiches.
How was it?
Charlie, listen to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Amazing. You gotta grab one of them Jones.
So, with the munchies satisfied, feeling good, it's back on the weed bus for another 420 celebration in the D.
Look at me, Mom. I made it.
On Detroit's west side, Charlie Langton, Fox 2.
That's why I love our black people. I love our black people, baby. I love our black people. You know, just a few years ago, we look, Brother Marquis.
Smoking on the news. I'm smoking weed on the news.
Baby, he said it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And you know why it's a beautiful thing? Because just a few years ago, they had to do this.
Yep.
They had to get the hell on.
Oh, yep. I love it. Look, Mom, I made it. I'm smoking.
He made it. Wait a minute. I like when the other dude said, business is good. Business is good.
Yeah. They giving out free hamburgers and to all the people with the munchies.
Yeah. They went big.
They forgot the edible, so I ain't even see nobody drinking nothing. They were just straight smoking.
They were straight smoking. That's it. They were like, they banned alcohol.
Giving shots up to the west side of Detroit. I'm gonna be in Detroit on Thursday.
Yeah, he said, have them some ready. All right. Now we must play our game before we leave tonight. We gotta play our game, Rapper's Delight. I told you all about Rapper's Delight.
Yes, ma'am.
I love this game. My viewers love this game just as well. It's just unfortunate that we only play it on Saturdays because that's usually when my artists come. So it's special for you tonight, though, because you legendary, baby. You legendary. So we're going to go ahead and play it on a Monday night.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Now, we must put up our statements. Here are our peachy statements. Number one is, I be her baby daddy. I be her baby daddy. Yeah, this is all the game.
He ain't nobody. He just my baby daddy. Yeah. Off record for real. I heard that the other day on Friday, as a matter of fact. The booty mix on the radio.
Yep.
Ain't nobody. Just my baby daddy.
That's just my baby daddy. I remember that song like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know the artist though. I don't know the artist, but I know that song. I think it was a guy and a girl on that song together.
Yeah, I think it was. But I can't remember their name either. But that was a song that was out big, just like y'all songs was. Right. Which I do have the names written down. Some of the names written down. I wanna rock. I wanna rock. I wanna rock.
Yeah,
that was like, oh.
Yeah, thanks out to Devastator. He made that beat for Uncle Luke.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
Hoochie Mama.
Hoochie Mama, that was my song. I made that, the hooks and everything. That's my record with me and Mr. Mix.
Okay. Shake a Little Something.
Shake a Little Something was my record. I made that up again. The hook. China Man just added his verse in there with Mr. Mix on the music.
Yep. All right. And Get It Girl. Get It Girl.
Yeah, Get It. The Girl was my song. I got that from my deceased auntie, one of my favorite aunties. I used to hang around with her while she was playing cards and dominoes, talking smack to her girlfriends.
This nigga say, Get It Girl.
Yeah. And that's how I got that one. Yep.
Okay. Me So Horny.
Yeah, Me So Horny. Yeah, that's my song too. I wrote that song in its entirety. I told Mr. Mix what to do to the record, to put the record together, and that was our biggest record. That was our biggest record.
I was just about to say, these are hits that you're saying that you wrote.
That's right. Yep.
Wow. Pop That Coochie.
That
wasn't the name of the song.
Yeah, that was China Man's record right there. Yeah, he brought that out. Table. And that's my favorite 2 Live Crew song.
Wow.
Yeah. My homeboy.
I think mine is my favorite one is I Wanna Rock. That's my favorite one. And then I would have to go with Get It Girl. Next.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. And then hey, we want some
Right. Yeah.
Can't leave that one out.
Yes, nasty as degrading as that one sounded right there. You know, that came from Big Mouth Luther himself. That one, yeah.
Nasty, but
But I wrote all the
everybody
lyrics to it.
enjoyed
But I wrote all the
dancing
lyrics.
up that song.
Yeah, but I wrote all the lyrics to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Because at the end of the day, regardless of the lyrics, you guys still made history
That's
in the
right.
hip hop community.
That's right.
That's what
Exactly.
it's all about.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right. On in
Now,
the
so
rap music.
there
Yep.
you go. Now we have I'll Be Her Baby Daddy. I'll marry her just because. Just because. I'll marry her just because. Number 3. Yep, number 2 is I'll marry her just because.
Okay, I
Number
see.
3 is I Got a Collab.
I haven't heard that one. I'm not.
Number 4, she can be one of the 2 live crew dancers. And
Okay.
number 5, she can come to a 2 live crew room. Okay, so yeah, these aren't songs; these are statements.
Right.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you one person, and what I did was I found the people what they looked like back then.
Right.
Okay,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
they look like back then.
This
Okay,
gonna
so
be
they look a little young, but you was young back then too. Okay, so here go the first person. That's Yo Yo.
Yo. Yeah, that is Yo Yo. Yolanda Whitaker.
Yes,
She's
Yolanda
beautiful.
Whitaker.
Yeah,
Yo
beautiful
Yo.
girl. Yeah. Yo Yo. What time? Big shouts out to LA, South Central. She went to school. She went to school, middle school with my cousin.
All right.
I seen her in the yearbook.
I
Time for
told
Yo.
you gonna know all these people.
Sir Jinx. Yep.
Now, which one would you give Yo Yo? I'll be her baby daddy. I'll marry her just because. I gotta collab with her.
I got a collab. I got a collab with Miss Yo Yo. Yep. Yep. I got a
All right.
Yo Yo. Yep.
Okay, so he is collabing with Yo Yo. So we're gonna take out I gotta collab. So because you can't use it again.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're gonna take it out. All right. And we're gonna move on to the next person. The next person, you ready for the next person?
Yes, ma'am.
When I tell you this girl sliding through, she's sliding through like a little leprechaun. She in all green, baby. All green.
Oh, that's Lil Kim. That's Lil Kim.
That's Lil Kim back then. That's Lil Kim back then.
Lil Kim, she was sexy back then, yeah.
Lil Kim was definitely sexy back then.
Yeah.
She was doing her thing.
You
Female rapper.
Yeah, yeah. She said you got some pretty eyes in the Brooklyn accent. You want to talk? You want to talk?
Yes. Yeah. So which one what statement would you give for Lil Kim? I'll be her baby daddy. I marry her just because. She can be one of the 2 live crew dancers. Or she can come to the 2 live crew room.
Come to the 2 crew room because I was on the floor with her when we had concerts together with Mr. Biggie Smalls. I was on the floor with her. I had a Colombian girl with me at that time, so I really wasn't paying too much attention to her. But I always thought she was sexy and she was short and cute.
Short and cute. I told y'all this is a legendary show. Okay, we have a legendary person on the show tonight. And this is celebrity edition. Okay. He said he knew Lil Kim, but he just wasn't checking for her at the time. Because he had somebody else at the time that he was checking for. So we got to go with number 5. Number 5 is out of the park, baby. So what we got left is I be her baby daddy. I'll marry her just because. And she could be one of the 2 live crew dancers. All right. So here go the next person.
Oh, Queen. That's Roxanne Shante.
Look at you. Yeah. I know you would know all these people. Damn it. I knew it. Yeah, that is Roxanne Shante. Now, what do you know about Roxanne Shante?
She's a beautiful person. Shawnee's a beautiful person. I enjoy her in the car on Satellite. She's a beautiful human being.
So 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 far, these all the women that I have shown. You've met these women before.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It shows with back in the days.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I
Yep.
think I did my thing then.
Yep. What we got?
Now, what we have left is I'll be her baby daddy. I'll marry her just because.
Yeah.
And she can be one of the 2 live crew dancers.
So, I got a lot of respect for Shani. I know she married right now, but probably back then I probably would have married her, and we probably would have had some kids. She wasn't playing none of that 2 live crew dancer shit. Don't try her like that. You'll probably get slapped and cussed out.
It's like she'll cuss out.
Yeah, she ain't playing.
So you're gonna go with I'll marry her just because.
Yeah, that'd be a little wifey back then. I know she married right now. Big shouts out to her family and her beautiful family and her kids and her husband.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, Roxanne Shantae.
Honey, right there, yeah.
Yes. All right, so we took that one away. So you have 2 left. I'll be her baby daddy, and she can be one of the 2 live crew dancers. Okay, so let's take down Roxanne Shantae. We got 2 people left, and here go the next person.
That is has to be right there. I think that is. I think I seen her too. Money in the Middle.
Yep, Moni Love, baby. That is Moni Love. Moni Love.
Oh, definitely be her back. That Money's sexy. Moni is sexy. I seen her in Miami at Publix. She was in there, I was shopping, and she was getting kids. I didn't know she lived in Miami. She was getting groceries for the kids, and she is still beautiful with that sexy British accent.
Exactly. I think she got a radio show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Money in the Middle. Yep. I seen her at Publix. Yep. She still looks good. She still looks.
Wow.
I always thought she was sexy, little sexy, short little thing. Yep.
Yes, everybody loved Moni Love. She was dope back in the day, as well. Like I said, she's still doing her thing on radio allegedly. Right now, so shout out to Moni Love. Shout out to Moni Love. Now, our last person. This is our last person, and you have to pick number 4 for the last person, which is she can be one of the 2 live crew dancers. Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
Brother Love, are you ready for your last person?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Here we go. You know her.
Oh, that's Queen Latifah. Definitely not gonna be one of the 2 live crew. She already got a gun. Definitely not.
Look, she ain't even going for it.
But yeah, that's auntie right there. Queen Latifah. She cool. Who you calling a bitch? So whenever I saw Queen Latifah, I made sure I was on my perfect gentleman shit for her. She's a beautiful human being.
Yes.
She's a beautiful being. She's a beautiful human being. Yep.
Yes. So all these ladies that I have shown you tonight, you have been in the presence of these ladies.
Yeah.
This game was truly just for fun, but I know that you have nothing but good things to say about each and every one of these ladies.
All of those ladies are beautiful, phenomenal, and they did their thing. And Queen Latifah has went on, man, to become, big in movies and film. Yep. And Roxanne Shantae holds down the satellite. And Money Love is, like a housewife, soccer mom type. She's still beautiful. Lil Kim is still gorgeous as well. I think she's married. So big shots her family and her kids.
Exactly. I don't know if she's married, but I know she got a little girl.
Right.
I think her name is Royalty or something like that.
Right.
I can't remember. But I really studied these young ladies and really wanted to make sure that I came across some young ladies that was back in your day. And people like, well, what you mean back in his day? Back in his day like this.
Yeah.
Back in his day like this.
Yeah, I was young and wild back then. Move something. Yeah, there I go.
Yeah. Back in his days like this.
Mm-hmm. You can look at some of them. You can look at some 'Cause me and Luke wasn't never really hardly standing by each other, nothing.
You said
I was
nothing.
to be by Mr. Mix. He the one that put me in the group, kind of protecting me from Luke.
Now, what I want you to do is when I show this next picture, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Now that probably was a good time. I think that's probably we were at the MTV Awards, and that year we had all of that controversy, but they kind of twisted it around to make it seem like it was all about Madonna, which I didn't care nothing about. And I met the Kennedy daughters that year.
Okay.
I think Luke tried to get Janet Jackson's attention, and she would never come out of her trailer. And I remember we were on stage with MC Hammer, and we were singing a song "Banned in the USA," and Damon Wayman stood up in support of us, and that was cool.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Okay, I got one more picture to show you, and you
My
tell
man,
me.
China Man. That's my man, China Man. God bless he did. He had all them gold teeth in his mouth.
Yes, I see. A
Yep.
whole lot of it.
Yep.
Now, what about this picture?
Yeah, that's a good picture. That's a good picture of me right there. I probably ain't. Yeah, I was a little bit too close to Luke. I ain't like that.
I can't with you. I just can't. He said it was a little too close to Luke. He
Yeah,
ain't like that. He ain't like that. Yes, and then we got one more picture.
that's a nice one right there.
It was a nice one. It was a nice one.
Yeah, yeah. So they just took that picture right there. Luke, that wasn't Luke's album right there. That was something they put together. That was a compilation. That was a compilation, probably shake a little something compilation. But yeah, I remember that picture. That was that photo shoot was we had that photo shoot when we did the cover for Nasty as We Want to Be. So that was some of those pictures. Yeah.
Wow. Was there anybody out of the four of y'all? Was there anybody in the group that said, "Okay, we can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do these lyrics. We can't. We're gonna get a lot of backlash." Was there anybody?
I was young and goofy and having fun, and mother approved of it, so it was a go for me.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have those conversations with her.
Okay.
Right?
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, we have came to the end of the show. I have really, really, really enjoyed you, Brother Marquis, tonight. So much. But before we go, I do want to. I always have my artists or my guests that come on my show. I always have them in the show. Okay, which means I pull myself down, and you're gonna be the only person up there on the screen. But I also tell them what I want them to come up with what they're gonna talk about. So this is what I want you to do. Now I want you to stay on for about at least 3 minutes after I end the broadcast, so that I can talk to you, off the air.
Okay.
But this is what I want you to do. I want you to talk to Uncle Luke. Say how you really, really feel. You don't want to do that? Just say how you really.
If I was to do that and be heartfelt, he gonna make sure he skip over this interview, which I know his lovely secretary. If somebody watching it, somebody gonna tell him. But
he said he gonna skip over. He gonna skip over.
He gonna skip.
This is. Well, you know what? If
he don't want to hear nothing, he don't want to hear nothing heartfelt or nothing. That's just him, especially towards me. He don't want to hear none of that. But like this soft nigga ass, pussy ass nigga on there crying. That's the first thing gonna come out his mouth. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is what I want you to do then. This is what I want you to do, because you still got to end the show. You still got to end the show. So what I want you to do is talk to the youth that's out there trying to break barriers just as well for the next era that's coming up behind them. Okay?
Right.
So that's what I want you to talk to them, know how you feel as far as, don't let nobody stop you from what you're doing. This is what you truly believe in, like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still stood 10 toes down on y'all music. At the end of the day, whether y'all agreed on anything or not, you still stood 10 toes down at the end of the day. And that's one thing that you all agreed on, that y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. It's a free world, and y'all made it be known. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you have the floor. Thank you guys so much for watching Peachy Tea Time. You already know where you can find me at on all platforms. I hope you enjoyed this interview. And again, Brother Marquis, I'm so honored to have you on here. I would love to have you back again one day in the future.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you end the show. Now, don't you hang up. You make sure you stay on until I end the broadcast so I can talk to you. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And y'all know y'all gotta listen to my babies. Don't even front. You know you gotta listen to my babies. All right. Here you go, Brother Marquis.
Yeah, I would like to say to all of the up and coming artists, established artists, well, all of the up and coming artists and all of the youth and all the young brothers and sisters that are inspiring to get into the music industry. I would like to say, go to school, study entertainment law, study film and video and film and media and production. Know what you're getting into. Own your own masters. Try to keep everything in house. Try to do it all yourself. Get into publicity and try to do everything yourself and try to stay away from the record labels and just promote yourself and believe in your dreams. Surround yourself with the right people. Always honor thy mother and father and try to make something that's uplifting, something that's worthwhile for the community, as well as give back to the community and help bring others up that you think that have talent or that have more talent than you. Basically try to give back and be the best human being you can possibly be. And the record industry is a tough place, and sometimes it's not geared up for nice people with big hearts that like to give. And when you have to put that poker face on, you do that. But when you have to be intelligent and use your wits and your brain, do that extremely well. But basically educate yourself and know what you're getting into. Try to find you a mentor, somebody that can help you, ask a lot of questions, and study the craft. Keep the art form going, and really respect the culture and really respect the pioneers that paved the way for hip hop. It's 50 years in hip hop right now, so everybody tends to forget, where the foundation came from and who laid the foundation. So yeah, so just know the culture and study the craft and educate yourself, and you'll be successful.
Don't forget to tune in each and every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Pacific for Peachy Tea Time, Peachy News Edition. On Peachy News, they have families that come on live to tell their loved one's story on how they were murdered through gun violence, domestic violence, the prison system, and even by the police. Tune in each and every Wednesday night.
Come join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Join us.
All right, we are out of here. That doggone mute button. We love you, Brother Marquis. We love you. We love you. We love you. And thank you so much for what you have done in the hip hop community, baby. We love you, and we will always remember you. Believe it. All right, y'all. Listen to my babies. And then I'm finna talk to Brother Marquis for a little bit. He my new friend. Yeah, he my new friend. Bye.
Peachy time. Peachy time. Peachy time. Peachy time.